Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one, I'd like to take a look at a Flareon EX deck, which might just be the best new deck from the set Prismatic Evolutions, which, okay, I know that's not saying much because there's like 4 cards that are actually usable from the set. It is truly awful when it comes to new stuff, but it is what it is, and we at least have Flareon. So, good chances are you've probably seen this list before. It's certainly doing the rounds online, on the ladder as well. But yeah, this was a list that came around from Japan, and I've just felt that, I don't really want to spend too much time trying to make Flareon EX work. I might try a bit harder, in the future with some different builds and things, and especially with like Journey Together. I know that there is a Salamence EX coming around in that set that looks like it could be a lot of fun with Flareon. So, that's cool. But until we get to that point, we're kind of like stuck with the current standard format. So yeah, if you have any like funny Flareon EX deck ideas or like fun evolution deck ideas, then let me know and I'll give them a go. But yeah, this is Flareon EX, ladies and gentlemen. So 270 HP is it's not too bad, but it does mean that once you've taken 2 prizes against Charizard, they will be able to one-shot you with a Defiance Band, which yeah, it's a bit of a shame. So it has 2 attacks, Burning Charge and Carnivine. Burning Charge is definitely the best attack, and it's kind of why Flareon sees more play than the other evolutions. So for Fire and a Colorless, you do 130, and you get to search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So to only one of your Pokemon is a bit annoying. So it just means that if you actually want to follow up with Carnivine, then you will have to attach like a Fire and a Water to Flareon, because you don't really want to waste a Burning Charge accelerating just 1 energy for Carnivine. So yeah, that's a bit awkward, but of course you can just accelerate the energy to things like Eevee EX, which has the ability Rainbow DNA. Basically just means it can evolve into any of the evolutions, which is cool. I mean, you can use its attack, but yeah, it's not going to really do anything. So you probably just want to focus on attacking with Flareon. Although there is one other really good attacker in this deck, and it's not Jolteon, although you can use Jolteon. I haven't had to use this at all in any of the games I've played, so I'm kind of debating just cutting it altogether. But I believe it does hit for weakness on Vaporeon. I'll just double check Vaporeon's weakness. So yeah. Okay, so Vaporeon would be able to one-shot Flareon, but I mean, they all do like 280 damage to each other anyway, so I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but if you really want like a slightly easier way of one-shotting Vaporeon, I guess, and one-shotting Lugia, actually, it's probably why it's in the deck, really. So yeah, they probably put it in the list to deal with Lugia, because there is a lot of like Lugia over in Japan. So yeah, Flashing Spear can be good, but it just depends on what matchup you're in. But yeah, the best attacker really in the deck, aside from Flareon, is this Regigigas. I don't know why the artwork is like that. It's some weird new holo effect. But yeah, has the attack Jewel Breaker, basically just one-shots a Charizard. And I did get one of these set up in a game that I've recorded. And yeah, just a fair warning, there's a cringe-inducing misplay that I make in the video. So brace yourself if you decide to stick around and watch the gameplay. I don't blame people if they don't stick around to watch the gameplay. I'm aware it's laggy. In the future, I would like to do lagless gameplay with a new device. But as it stands, can't really improve it right now. Sorry. But yeah, also, no spoilers, but it does involve Noctowl, which does have a very powerful ability, Jewel Seeker, which says once your turn, when you place a Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, and if you have any Tera Pokemon in play, no spoilers, you may search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So yeah, very, very powerful effect. Just make sure you have a Tera Pokemon in play when you do Noctowl. Just it's a fair warning. The deck also plays Budew. Shouldn't have to introduce this card. I'm sure everyone's all too familiar with it right now. It's a very good card, shall we say. So yeah, that's Budew. As for the energy split, we have 3 water energy, 3 lightning energy, 4 fire energy. We kind of have to run a bit more fire just in case we want that manual attachment for burning charge. But realistically, well, yeah, that's basically the only reason. Like, we just want to get burning charge off. So yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, we do have Fan Rotom in this deck. This list is also playing like 3 stadiums, so you can attack with Rotom, but energy is pretty precious in this deck, more so than most other decks, because your best energy acceleration is the first attack on Flareon EX. You do not have the greatest energy acceleration in the world, so spending even just 1 energy on Assault Landing can be a bit awkward. And, it can be good against Charizard, but, I mean, realistically, the prize mapping is so awkward anyway, you kind of just want to one-shot 3 Pokemon on their side of the field and win the game. you don't really want to KO a Charmander and then have to find 5 prize cards, you know. So yeah, Fan Call though is still a very powerful ability, finding things like Noctowl Hoothoot and the basic Eevee, which can actually evolve immediately. So there's no downside to just opening with Eevee in the active spot going first, then using something like a Tera Orb, finding a Flareon and evolving it. You know, it's just really good and helpful. So would recommend it. As for the trainers, this list is playing Maximum Belt for its A-Spec choice. Now, I have seen, you know, Spark and Crystal being used in a lot of the Eevee decks, which makes sense, I think, if you're playing a lot of the different evolutions. But for this list in particular, Maximum Belt is really solid, just because you can get a one-shot on Charizard, which definitely makes that matchup a lot more winnable, so I definitely like Maximum Belt in that regard. Got a rescue board for some free retreat, 2 Nest Balls, because, like, the amount of basic Pokemon you run this deck is kind of crazy, so you may as well run, you know, a bunch of search options. The trainers are quite fun as well, actually. Got 4 research. Don't get to play 4 research in every list. It's why I play so much of Saraluge, actually, nowadays, is because it gets to play 4 research. So yeah, that's quite fun. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Glass Trumpet when talking about energy acceleration. This is honestly like a really good way of charging up energy. Also means you can threaten Gigas a bit sooner, so that's nice. But yeah, Glass Trumpet, really strong card. The stadium of choice is Magma Basin. Now, sadly, this will rotate, which, RIP. That does have great synergy right now, at least, with Radiant Greninja. So, you know, you can put 2 damage counters on a Flareon, knock it down to only 250 HP, which is pitiful, but you will be able to accelerate a Farangy, which, you know, might make things a bit easier. So you can Magma Basin energy on there, and then Burning Charge for, you know, a Water and a Lightning, for example, on your bench Flareon. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan, at least, with Magma Basin. But yeah, this is the Flareon EX deck list. Overall, I've been having a blast with it, to be honest. Had some close games against Charizard, but yeah, for the most part, it is honestly a lot of fun. It's just like not an S tier deck, and I really don't think there's anything from Prismatic Evolutions that's S tier really. I think maybe Budew Frostlass might be really good, but I haven't played any of that there yet. I've just, you know, seen gameplay of it on other channels. But yeah, it's been power. Let me know what you think about Flareon in general down below. Do you have any deck requests or, you know, less painful games that you want to see on the channel? But yeah, it's been power, and yeah, thank you for watching. I don't think Basin helps us out too much though right now, so I think I'm just going to leave that where it is. Burning Charge, I guess. So yeah, we will Burning Charge. I will also get a Lightning Energy just to throw it on Flareon. May as well, right? I don't need 2 energy. Sadly, you can't split up the energy with Flareon. I've probably mentioned this in the deck profile, depending on when I record that. But, you know, it's one of those things where I do wish you could split up the energy on Flareon with the first attack. But it's fine, really. So we get a prize card. What is it? Research. Thank goodness for that, because this hand is trash. Okay, Charizard comes in. Well, Charmander, but that's definitely a rare candy Charizard in there. Especially with Pheasantipity. Like, they've got everything they need, so... They've even got, like, Pidgeot, they've got Bibarel. Like, this is basically the perfect board state for Charizard. Like, they really don't need anything else. So, Pheasantipity might actually be an easy 2 prizes for us, or Pidgeot, potentially. So, that's cool. So, yeah, Charizard comes in. This is a bit scary, but we will be able to get the one-shot with Carnoline, so that's nice at the very least. Assuming they don't use Iono, which they, of course, might do. We don't know yet. They do tend to play a bunch of Ionos, though. 2 research and an Arvin, okay. Defiance Band, Iono. Oh, that's tragic. I should have just attached the belt. That was, yeah. Okay, finally getting punished. Not usually punished in games like this, but yeah, fair enough. I could Ultra Ball and then shuffle. Yeah, I might do that actually. Although I could Tera Orb. Tera Orb for EVEX, but like that's probably a bit risky because then they could just boss KO it. Although I do really want the Maximum Belt. Why didn't I just attach it? I should have just attached it. I knew this was going to happen. All right, okay, it's fine. No, it's fine. Right, it's okay. We can Ultra Ball away. Right, what do I want to do here? It's a bit tricky. Okay, that's good. So that's something. Glass Trumpet won't work to you, will it? Okay, no, it will. Cool. So that's going to go down for sure. Got 1 energy in the bin. I may as well see if I can get some more stuff off Radiant Greninja. Then if all else fails, we can do some stuff. So, okay, that's nice, because it means we can get to reshuffle. Buddy Poffin for... Budew, I guess. It's a bit late. Eevee and Hoothoot. So yeah, we ideally wanted Hoothoot earlier. There's the Gigas. So we want to Ultra Ball for Gigas this turn, at the very least. So I will Ultra Ball away a Hoothoot and a Tera Orb. Noctowl, rather. A bird. We'll discard them. We'll get the Gigas. It's kind of important. So yeah, sadly, what was about to be a glorious turn was, sadly disrupted by Iono. But yeah, Gigas goes down. I could Glass Trumpet to the Gigas, but... yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Puts a bit more pressure on them. And it also means that we only need 1 energy next turn, so... yeah, I'll put the Fire Energy on Eevee, and then the Water Energy on Regigigas, and then we'll not Iono, we'll research. So then we can just Burning Charge this thing. And that puts us in a good spot no matter what. I could attach you. See, now I wish I had Magma Basin in play. You know what? We'll leave it. We'll use Burning Charge. So we Burning Charge here. But this way, it just means that, okay, we only have 1 of each of these. That's a bit annoying. So I'll get these 2. Although we have the Fire Energy on the other Flareon, so we're fine. Okay, so we'll get these 2. So what this means, basically, is if my opponent wants to deal with Gigas, they have to avoid this, basically. And at that point, we can just use Carnoline. So, yeah. The other alternative would have been to Carnoline this turn, and then that means that no matter what, we have a KO with the other Flareon, which, you know, if they have like Dusknoir, then that would have been fine. But so my opponent is going to do some rare candy shenanigans, but for us, it doesn't really matter because what we can do here is Noctowl for Maximum Belt and Boss's Orders. So what I'm looking to do here is basically just KO this thing. Yeah, we KO the fresh Charizard with Regigigas. And then we have Flareon down here. So we should be okay. We should be okay. It's a bit dicey, but I think we'll be okay. So yeah, Blistery Wind KOs this. We boss Gigas. We take another 2. We go down to 3 prizes. Assuming they boss next turn, they take another 2 prizes. They go down to 2. So does that mean we just lose the prize race anyway? I'm wondering if we just lose, actually. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I think not getting the 1-shot on this thing was pretty devastating, actually. I don't think we've got enough here to win. Yeah, I think we will whiff by 1 prize card. I think that's how this is going to go. So I will attach here. I will not evolve just yet. I will Hoothoot into Noctowl. Although we can evolve because they still have to KO Gigas. Wait, what? Oh. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding? Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh, that's dreadful. I really am so stupid. Okay, fine. Evolve here. Yeah. So that was a choice. Oh dear.